So I was getting a channeled message, and God is telling you to have courage right now. You have courage here. So I was getting a message that there might be something that God was like showing me like a picture or like an image of someone that was like up at night or really all hours of the day, but it was especially strong this evening, or maybe it'll be really strong tomorrow evening. I'm not sure, whenever it resonates. Sometimes I get shown things in advance, but it's showing me somebody that's up late at night, or somebody that's constantly like in their mind replaying this like this dream that they have, or like this fantasy, or this thing that they would like to create, this job they would like to obtain, this business they would like to make, or this relationship that they would like to be in. And it's like they have this loop in their mind and they're replaying it constantly, of like what it would be like to actually obtain and to be that person that got all of those things um, that they desired, right? That they dreamed of, that they fantasized, right? A lot of times God will show you a picture in your mind. He'll show you a picture, and then you're supposed to kind of find a way to materialize the picture from what God shows you. So there's something about that, needing to find the courage to take it a step beyond just the thought, beyond just the imagination of it, but to speak it into reality, or to speak it into existence, or to make the contacts, or to just find a way to materialize these things in your mind that you can picture yourself being, right? There might be some fear. I'm feeling a little bit of fear, right? So there could be like some fear around this situation, right? There's something about fear of transformation, or like a fear, like it's like, you know, that it's possible, you know for a fact that you have it in you to be great at whatever it is that you're doing, or whatever it is that you desire to do, but there is just this fear, right, around maybe not feeling good enough, not feeling beautiful enough, not feeling worthy, right? Feeling like afraid of bullies, or being afraid of like what people are going to tell you, right? It could even be afraid of being like afraid of even like the positivity that you could potentially receive back from people, right? Like the people that would be on your side, the people that would agree with you, right? That could even be fearful for you. I don't know. There's just something coming out about like needing to push past the fear, needing to push back past like the feeling of the adversaries, or right, and no longer separating yourself or seeing yourself as anything other or different, right? We all have different things in our life that are difficult for us to work through, right? But through finding unity with all of us, and really focusing on materializing the things in our mind that we fantasize, or that we dream, or that we can see ourselves being, right? Our highest timeline, that would be our highest self, right? Is the best possible version of ourselves at this time, right? So the highest possible version that you could be, right? At this current point in time, say that everything in your life went all perfectly correct, the best possible version of yourself right now, that's your higher self. So it's almost like when you're talking to your higher self. Hi, my Muslim friend. Assalamu alaikum. Oh, I've heard that before, something like that. Hi. But there's something about that, right? Needing to break through like the the walls that people put us in, right? We can be better than that, right? There's a thing about unity that's coming out here, about finding the unity between all of us. There's something we can all relate to, right? Whether it's hardship and suffering, or whether it is luxury and you know, wanting to make the world a better place, or wanting to make our own personal worlds a better place, right? Wanting to make things in life easier for us individually. I think that that really starts with making life and the world better for, you know, sometimes you have to like give before you get, right? You give what you get. So if you're wanting your life and your world to be more harmonious, more luxurious, more prosperous, you want more opportunities, and you want more networks, you want more contacts, you want more, you know, um, anything, right? We all want more of something. Sometimes you have to give before you get, right? And it's like the good energy that you put out will always come back to you no matter what. So there's people that are like really stingy in life sometimes, and sometimes you can see like they tend to accumulate, but there's something different about the people that are forgiving, people that give, right? They give, they forgive, right? And that was one of Jesus's biggest teaching, was to forgive. And I think that that really ties into Jupiter, the energy of Jupiter being the uh, Sephiroth of Hesed, um, and needing to kind of like balance that energy out a little bit, right? They say that Hesed is very masculine in nature, but what if it wasn't? What if they say that it is very masculine in nature because they want to teach you to give away all of your best blessings in life? What if that's what they teach you? What if Jupiter is not like that at all? What if you were to say, okay, I'm ready to receive Jupiter? Because that's what they're doing. When they're telling you that when you're listening to gurus and you're listening to people and they're talking about Jupiter, which is the great benefic. If you don't know, we do have Jupiter in a grand air trine right now with the moon, Venus, and Jupiter. Jupiter being the greater benefic, they say Jupiter is a masculine planet, but I'm beginning to disagree with that. I believe that they say that so that you will be very forthgiving, right? The greatest giver, the kindest giver. But what if you decided, what if I were to say, I want to tap into the feminine energy of Jupiter? I want to tap into the feminine energy, right? We think of Jupiter being, right, for me, it looks like a 4. It kind of looks like a 2 and a 1, which could be 3 as well. But for me, it's always looked like a 4. Um, and what is the 4th house in astrology about? It's about real estate. It's about receiving love. It's about the homestead. It's kind of like, it's your roots, right? Thank you so much for putting a like on the video. Appreciate that. So there's something about that. Anyways, let's get into the actual tarot card reading. I just wanted to get that off my chest, right? I was listening to some videos about Jupiter and like how much they brainwash you, right? They'll be like, Jupiter's about gurus. Not necessarily. Jupiter's about expansive blessings, right? And of course, the guru is going to say it's for your guru because they're the one teaching you, because they want to take your Jupiter. Don't give your Jupiter away. Keep your Jupiter for you. My friend, where are you from? Oh, I'm from Seattle, Washington. So anyways, that's all I wanted to say. Jupiter is about expansive, high ideas, faraway lands. Like, it's really like the kindness and the goodness and I don't know. I'm still trying to put my finger on it, exactly what it means. Trying to understand it like my own individual self, intuitively, because I feel like astrology, like it makes sense and everything, but at the same time, it really doesn't. Like, as I'm feeling through the energy, sometimes I feel things differently than the way that they have taught it. And I make note of those things, right? I don't just take things for face value. I will test things out. I have the ability to concentrate on things long enough to, you know, kind of come to my own decision therein, right? Let's get into the energy. There's also a side to Jupiter that can be extremely envious, right? Because it's just a gas giant. It didn't get a spark, right? It's not even a star. It has the, it's like a failed star. It could be a star, but it's not. Now, Venus, on the other hand, but it's small. It's not as big as Jupiter. Jupiter's huge. Okay. Sorry, I don't mean to be going off on like a spiral or like on a tangent or whatever. All right. So we're going to be doing a 12-card spread. One card for each zodiac sign, and then we'll get some oracles to clarify after the fact, okay? All right, messages for all 12 signs. This will be good for about 12 hours to 24 hours. Why does my neck look so green? Oh no, it looks really green though. All right. Messages for Aries, please. Or the first house. We're not doing it with this hand, we're doing it with the other hand. All right, so messages for Aries or the first house. We have the moon. You're reflective. The moon follows the sun anywhere it goes, right? The moon lives for the sun. The moon is always reflecting the sun's light. So there's a feminine quality here. There's an anxiety quality here. There's like a fear of the darkness, right? What would the darkness be like? There's like, it's very bright in here, isn't it? Is that better? Kind of. Still pretty bright. All right. With the moon in the first house, the moon in the first house can be kind of an interesting placement, honestly. This person changes a lot. This person is a shapeshifter. This person goes through many different changes. They are very empathic. They're able to see things from other people's perspective. Good and bad things. Good and bad things. All right. Oh my gosh. All right. It's too many cards. I just need one card. Okay, can we focus, please? Concentrate on the energy. All right, tapping in, tapping in, tapping in. Okay, go. The second house for the collective. This could also be Taurus. We have the Temperance card, which talks about balance. It talks about fulfilling your own desires, right? You can see even on his head, he's got the little sun sigil, right? And he's got that triangle and the square, which could talk about finding a way to harmonize really tense situations, needing to like go off of his path. You see this mountain over here is shining, which would, in the trail connecting it, which would talk about that being the path where he's going to. He's going towards enlightenment. That's like kind of like where his dwelling place is at the top of the mountain. But he's came down off the mountain to almost help assist someone in setting an energy straight. He's able to help these two cups fill each other, right? It's almost like he's making sure that everyone is getting their due diligence, making sure that everyone is getting taken care of, that everyone is being provided for, right? That nobody is in need in regards to finances or what you're eating, right? So that making sure that nobody is going hungry, right? Like, I don't know if there's ever been times like where you've been struggling maybe and right, sometimes maybe money was low that month or just something, I don't know, things happen to everyone all the time, but just like that's like a guardian angel, right? That's somebody making sure that you're not only taken care of spiritually, but you're also taken care of physically, that everything that you need and everything in your life that you need to get by will always be taken care of for you. And it's like in the first house, there could be like this very defensive, kind of like aggressive energy of like, you know, needing to make sure that you have everything for yourself. So it can be kind of difficult sometimes to give when you don't have a lot to give, but this energy here is coming through to tell you like it's going to be okay. Like we have blessings coming for you. We have good things are coming for you, right? God is here to help you. God is here to bless you. God is here to make sure that you will have everything you need at the end of the day, even if it means that he has to come out of his high place and come down to the ground to like help these energies that might be kind of conflicting find harmony together, to be able to balance out the emotions so that you can get back to work and you can get the things that you need done. Let's go to the third house. It's going to talk about, yeah, this could be about a relationship. You have the Lovers. And you can see this is like on the top of the mountain. My name is Madeline. My real name is Madeline. Mary comes from, in Gematria, it is equivalent to Madeline equals 500, 44474. So the Mary, the Mari comes from the 500, which is 5 is attributed to what's it called? I can't remember off the top of my head right now. Gebrua, which is the Mars, the Sephira of Mars, which talks about being fiery in nature, being slightly aggressive, being kind of combative. I do have a very strong Mars placement in my natal birth chart. 1, 2, 3. Cool. We have 3 cards out right now. Now, this could even talk about, like, in regards to the self, right? The masculine and the feminine nature within you. We start here with the moon, and it's very reflective, and there's this sort of animalistic tendencies within yourself that you need to figure out how to kill off this sort of animalistic quality that you have within yourself. And then we get here to the Temperance card, and that's like the divine help. That's like somebody coming in and actually assisting you and helping you. And then we have the Lovers card, where it's like then you're able to reunite the feminine and the masculine within yourself, because everyone's been taken care of and nobody's in need, nobody's in want anymore. Everyone's able to get everything that they need. Nobody is like it's not necessarily satisfied, but everything is taken care of, right? There's no like harm or there's no like danger anymore, right? And like things are no longer in the red if they were in the red for you. Things are going out of the red and you're getting into like more so of like the blue energy. You're getting into more so the green energy. So it's like a slight like help out or like handout in regards to getting yourself back to a place where you're able to be more solidly, have your feet solidly planted in the ground, right? And so now that you've been given this divine help or this divine right, somebody sent from above, right? Whether, you know, God uses people as vessels, right? So you will literally have people come across your path that are literal vessels for the Most High, that are, you know, sent on your path, that are there to help you get your feet back on the ground so that you can begin to take care of yourself. But when you receive those blessings, you can't just go right back to your old ways. You then have to, once you've been planted or put in a place where you're able to be a little bit more secure in order to grow, you have to then show restraint and restriction, and you need to be focused, right? That's when you get to Saturn, and Saturn rules the soil, and Saturn rules restriction, and Saturn's old people and it's time. But you know, Saturn will give you, it's like whether you want to be planted in, you know, dirt, like dirt with no nutrients, or whether you want to be planted in the black earth, right? Of like, that's why they called Egypt Chem, was because there was so many nutrients in the soil that the earth was literally black. That's what they mean by black magic, is when they're incorporating the ancient Egyptian mythologies and rites in Egypt. That's where black magic stems from. So if you're ever wondering about black magic, that would have something to do, you'd want to look into Egypt, because that's where it would stem from, because it's talking about the soil of ancient Egypt and the way that the soil, I believe, I heard that from one person. It made sense to me. Transformation. Right? When this is we have 4 major arcanas out. This is a big reading. This is a huge message. This is not an individual message. This is a message for, so far, the first 4 houses, which is going to talk about the self, right? The first 4 houses of the natal birth chart, right? Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer, Leo, and Virgo, right? Those are all the 5, like whether they're talking about the houses or the signs, those are the 6 signs that is going to pertain to you, right? To the self, right? So maybe it's me. Once we get down to the 7th and 8th houses, that's going to talk about the other. That's going to talk about the people that you, right? This is elementary school. And then it's like, who are you going to take into the higher mind with you? And when you get to death is like, the death to the animalistic qualities. Right now, this is when initiation begins. This is when the initiation begins. First, you have to die to the part of you that is animalistic, the part of you that is primal, the part of you that is not living entirely out of your higher mind. And that's why they say that Scorpio is the energy of death, is because that's that energy when you are going through that higher mind initiation. And that's why those later signs are heavy hitters, right? You're no longer playing games anymore. That's why you have to be kind of like, you either have to have the energy or you don't. And I personally myself, I'm a Libra sun, so I do not necessarily, I'm getting close to there, right? I definitely feel like this lifetime, through my incarnation process in regards to my sun and my Venus and my Mercury, it's like it's all right there, where it's like I'm going through this process of like those last few things about me that are primal, that are maybe, not the most mannerly, whether it's my sex drive or the way that I eat, or whether it's, the way that I communicate, just things like that I have to really kill off. And then once you get to that Sagittarius energy, it's like, here's the power. Here you go. You want the power, here's the power. And that's why you see a lot of Sagittariuses are kind of jack-offs. Not jack-offs. They're just not, they're kind of, well, they can be, they have a lot of power. So sometimes it can kind of get ahead, they can get a little bit ahead of themselves when they're young. And a lot of times they will be given things to Saturnize them when they're young, so that they kind of have those boundaries put on them. And then they'll have to make the decision of whether they're going to follow those boundaries that the universe gave them, or whether they're going to break those boundaries and, continue to just be lawless, right? Kind of energy. I don't even know why we're talking about, we're on Cancer for some reason. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're at the 5th house. This is going to talk about the love that we give. Oh, the Page of Swords. Not the Page of Swords. We don't want the Page of fucking Swords. Okay, that's fine. We have the Page of Swords. The Page of Swords is, how do you say that? The Page of Swords is like kind of, like the environment in the Page of Swords aren't necessarily in alignment, right? The Page of Swords, it's like when you go into a room and the frequency's not right, and like you feel like you're just like completely disrupting, or it's like you make the energy so fucking tense. It's like, whoa. You cut that energy with a flippin'. Yeah. Okay, so let's see. What's going on with the 6th house? Let's get a regular shuffle in. Page of Swords, and the Page of Swords is looking back into the past, right? She has her foot forward as if she's ready to go forward, but there's still something that she's assessing, or that she's looking back into the past, right? She's checking behind her. She's making sure that she has everything together before she moves forward. She's making sure that everything is in alignment, that everything is on the straight and narrow before she moves forward, right? Because she knows that as soon as she moves out of this 5th house, it's no longer fun and games anymore. That's when you really enter the battlefield, right? That's really when you have to show what it is that you've got, right? Or do you have what it takes to make it into the higher level of houses? Or are you still initiating through these lower levels? And you've got some really heavy energies that have came out in regards to the first 4 cards being major arcanas. Those are extremely large, not only just individual lessons, but collective life lessons. And you know, with the Death card coming after the Lovers, this could literally talk about a relationship that really fucking changed you to your core, something that changed you entirely, something that completely changed the essence and the being of who you were, and you'll never be the same again. But you know, you can't keep living in an environment or in a situation that is not accepting, or that's not harmonious to who and what you are vibing out, right? You need to find an alignment, or you need to find like a balance in something. Hang on. Hey lady, what are you doing? I'm looking for something in particular. I don't know what I did with that. All this crap over here. I don't know that I'll be able to find it. Is it over here? No. All right. Excuse me, doggo. Baby dog, move. No, go over here. Go this way. Oh, okay. You got this way too. Good. Thanks, lady. I love you. You know these things? Oh, you're making noise. I love you. Come here. I love you. I'm in love with this dog. Yes, I am. She's my best friend. Wow. Wow. What you need from me? Come here. Come here, come here. Come to me. This is my kitten. She said, I'm not a cat, dude. No, no, no. You are just a cat, dude. Get it, get it, get it, go, get it, go, get it, girl. Yeah, so whoa. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. You'll be all right. Who's that? Not that one. I'm talking about the toy, dude. No, there's nothing behind the mirror. There's nothing behind there. Get that one over there. Jerry. Can you get Jerry? Jerry? Do you know Jerry? I'll grab him. This is Jerry. Want this one? It's Jerry. There you go. That's for you. Okay, let's get into this. So we are at the Page of Swords. We have the Luna, La Luna. We have the Moon. We have the Moon. We have, it's getting warm in here. We have Temperance. We have the Lovers. We have Death, and we have the Page of Swords. That's some pretty fucking heavy energy to come out as a fucking Page of Swords. What a heavy burden for this person to carry. That is like the Page of Swords is usually a pretty young person. Like, that's a lot of fucking shit to go through in your life. Like, that's a shitload of stuff. We're not even halfway through the reading, and you're coming out with the first court card as a Page of Swords. What a heavy burden that you would have to carry throughout your life. Like, is this person okay? Does this person need a hug? I feel like this person needs a hug. Like, you can see them here. It's like they done took her down. They took her down and out. Like Loki, they took her, she's like, she can't even, what is happening? Like, she's fucking bent back paper clips. I don't know why I heard that. What is that from? What is bent back paper clips? That's Tink Tink. Okay. That's Tink Tink. Right? It's just trauma. It's trauma, whether it goes from, your parents, trying to work things out, to going single parent, to like fighting when you're young, and it's just like maybe not necessarily having the best relationship skills embedded in you from early life, because this is really like the beginning of your life. And once we get to the seventh house, that's like the life that you choose after you turn 18, right? The life that you choose, that you build for yourself. This is like kind of what you were born with, the first six houses. The seventh house is what you create for yourself. And you know, some people might hate on this Page of Swords, but like, you know, for all of this energy to come out like this, wait, yeah, like that, like for that to be your first four houses of life, like that's heavy hitting energy, dude. Like that's not light at all. That's major. Literally, that's major arcanas. That's major things that have happened. That's major events. That's like, we have two angels here. And then we also have like an angel of death, like an apocalyptic horse. Like seriously, you have had some serious protection placed over your life when people wanted to be aggressive, when people wanted to act inhumane towards you. Like things might have been scary in moments and people might have been crazy to you in moments, but like you made it out. Maybe you only made it out as a Page of Swords, but shit, you made it out, right? It's like death came for you and you made it through death as a Page of Swords. So kudos to you, dude, because nobody makes it through death, right? When death comes for you, you fucking die. But you didn't die. You turned out to be a Page of Swords. And so, you know, you might be here, you might be watching tarot, you might be trying to get your life back together, trying to heal from all the bullshit that you've been through. And that's okay. In fact, I would have to say I resonate quite a lot with this reading. So, let's go to the sixth house. The sixth house is the place of open enemies. The sixth house is the place of, and you know, I would say that with all these major arcanas coming out, like we could say major arcanas are really good, but I would have to say that I don't think that with the way she's looking back onto the past, the way her environment is looking a little crazy, it's like, oh shit, can't go back there. Gotta keep moving forward. What's ahead of me? A battlefield. Judgment. So, I mean, what are you going to do? You got to keep pushing forward. None of them are going to help you. They're all preoccupied. So now you got to look forward. And the only person you really have to count on you sometimes is you. And that's why she's got this sword and she's ready. She doesn't got a lot of armor, but you know what? I think she's going to be victorious. I think she's going to come out of this situation a lot stronger than a Page of Swords. You can see she's red, right? She's angry herself. Look at her red skin. She's boiling. She's fuming. Does that sweat on her face, or is that just a little mark? It's just a little mark on the card, but it almost looks like sweat, right? It could even have been a tear, right? It's like things are not easy. She's kind of a hothead. She can get a little mad. She can definitely get a little sassy. She definitely knows how to speak her mind and say what's on her mind or say what's on his mind, right? They have the power. They have the gift of gab. Is what the Page of Swords has. She has the gift of gab, and she has past experiences to back up the gab, right? She's not speaking from a place of not having been through the bullshit. She's been through the bullshit. She's been through it. She's been through it, and it hasn't been easy, but now she's going into the battlefield, so we're going to see what the fuck happens. No, wrong one. Oh. Interesting. Okay. So now we're met with this Page of Cups. This looks like it could be interesting. The Page of Cups is a little bit squishy. The Page of Cups is a little bit soft, right? They've got little sweet emotions, right? But are these little sweet emotions actually sweet emotions? Or are they treacherous filled water of drama and bullshit? Considering it's a page, it's probably full of drama and bullshit. But we don't know. And our fish shit, right? Algae, tainted waters. We don't know that that's Virgo, right? Virgo and water gets along pretty good. Air and fire gets along pretty good. So we do have, you know, complementing elements in regards to the way that you're turning out in regards to the signs that you're in. So that's good. So that's definitely fuel to the fire, right? So it's like not only do you have the blessing of air with the fire, but you also have the blessing of the water with the earth. So you have a really good potential of being able to grow something for yourself moving forward into the next stage of your life, which is going to talk about the relationships that you make, the things you learn, the money you earn, the things you earn through connecting with other people, right? So, there's definitely still a lot of maturity that can be done, or there's still a lot of progress that you can make in regards to future readings and, how you're showing up or how I'm showing up, right? Because I'm not exempt. This is my reading as much as yours. But it's like, there's still a lot of progress to be made, but it's like, you made it through some really, really difficult tests, right? You went through some difficult tests here at the first four, like we would say years, first four little sections of life, right? Of growing up, right? And I would say that you were born with some really good values, knowing that God always has your back, knowing that there will always be divine help sent to you when things are looking a little rough, when things are looking a little bit like, like you're ready to go, like you're ready to brawl. There's anxiety. You don't know, right? It's like things are not always clear. You always figure it out, right? You will always be met with someone that, you can connect with, even if it's, not necessarily the most compatible of elements. You both have strength in regards to the location that you're showing up to. So it's really just a matter of being able to calm the environment down and be able to kind of mesh or to work with the energy of the Page of Cups, right? Because we see this Page of Swords, she's in an environment and things are kind of hectic and like a little bit crazy, and they're not necessarily taking so kindly to her. You can see the wind is going crazy in the clouds, and right, and she's looking behind her like stressing. And she's looking at all these things in the past, all the people that have burnt her, and then you see this Page of Cups coming here and it's like, hey, what's up? Calm down. It's going to be okay. Come into my watery domain. You'll be all right. I'll do my best not to put your fire out if you make sure not to burn my earth, right? So it's something about needing to learn to coexist with people that have different passions and different things that they're doing, right? It's like the Page of Swords is going to be fiery in nature. The Page of Cups is going to be earthy in nature. So don't burn my earth and I won't put out your fire. We have to learn to coexist. Okay, let's go to the 7th house. This is going to talk about commitments. So it's kind of giving me situationship vibes a little bit. It's giving me situationship vibes a little bit. Could have been like really, really like positive energy at first, or kind of like, could have even been like a love-hate relationship at first, but it morphed into something really good. But then it kind of like something happened, transformations happened, things change, astrological transits happened, and if things are looking like you are not coming out as the same, you're not looking like, the same pair of socks. You're looking like two different socks, right? One's an anklet, one's a short sock. So, 7th house. Oh, wrong hand. Okay. Are you serious? It looks like the page, we converted them. Or you guys ended up morphing together. You ended up, right, you kind of might have dried out the waters. The waters are kind of, the air was a little bit too strong, I think, for the Page of Cups a little bit here. You made it through the water. We got 3 pages out here. We got 3 pages and 4 court cards and 4 major arcana cards. I know that when you do like the Psalms for all of the page cards, it talks about keeping you safe from a violent person, right? When you read the Psalms and the angels that are connected to the Psalms of the 4 pages, it talks about removing and protecting you from a violent person. And we see that here with this La Luna card, right? This could have even been something that happened in your childhood that you just are learning these lessons from, that you know now the kind of people that are right for you, right? You know not to invest yourself. Maybe you are the violent person. Maybe you know not to invest yourself too deeply into things emotionally at first, because, when you might love really hard. You might be somebody that falls hard, that when you love all the way. And when people start acting a fool, you get fucking pissed off. And that's all right. And I can respect that. And I'm not going to hate on you. And, you know, we all do things that we don't necessarily like. So we've all been there where we've done things that we've regretted. And we've all had to pay for the consequences of that. Okay? We got the King of Cups. All right. So interesting. I'm going to put that back because I wasn't even shuffling with the right hand. The King, I don't know if I want this. We'll keep it out. Just because we're talking here about the 8th house. And we see here this Page of Cups, right? Energy here. It definitely really, you know, you kind of showed out in regard, if we're looking at two different people, you definitely kind of outperformed the Page of Swords just because you showed up in your highest element while the Page of Swords is still kind of trying to master the fire, right? They still have a long-term contract with fire. They could have gotten a little bit too fiery with this energy of, we were talking about a little bit about like aggression and violence. So the King of Cups is definitely an energy of that wasn't right. Got these court cards coming out. We haven't gotten a single minor arcana yet, unless you count the minor arcana as a. I wonder if I have the Angel Tarot guidebook in this box here. I don't think I do. Okay. I just want to see. So this here is the Page of Cups. And the psalm for the Page of Cups is, Lord, why casteth thou off my prayer? Why turnest thou away from thy face from me? So this one here, this Page of Cups is saying, Lord, why castest thou off my prayer? Why turnest thou away turn away thy face from me? So it says, those born under Israel's influence love speaking, design, and all sciences. Israel will free prisoners, provide consolation, and give deliverance from your enemies. He also governs printing and books and is able to influence professors, teachers, and artists. And if you can see here, he's got this, he has a sword and a cup in his hand. And let's take a look and see. I want to read for the Page of Swords, which I believe is the 13th card or the 12th card. No, it's the 12th card. So the Page of Swords, the Psalms for the Page of Swords is, why standest thou afar off, O Lord? Why hidest thou thyself in times of trouble? So both of these is talking about God turning away from them, right? So we have all these major arcana cards, and then we see God is turning his face away from them. People born under Ha'aya are gentle and witty and possess discreet manners. He protects against adversity, governs dreams, and reveals mysteries hidden from mortals. So this could talk about, like, if God is turning his face away from you, that means that God is putting you through a trial. God is putting you through a lesson. Like, if God is not necessarily abiding to your calls for like mercy, that means that, like, bitch, there's something you need to sit the fuck down and you need to learn something, right? So there might be something that, you know, you're being asked to reflect on what you've learned in the past so that you can move on, and that God can come back to you and help you and get you out of these times of trial, of discomfort, of hardship, right? God never wants to see you go through hardship, but there are things that God will put you through to make you learn the lessons that you need to learn so that you can graduate, so that you're actually making progress in your life. And sometimes people don't understand that, and they're like, oh, God wasn't there for me. No, God was there for you, but maybe you weren't there for God the way God needed you to be there for him, right? Maybe you weren't doing the right thing, right? Maybe there was something that there's just something you needed to learn, right? There's times that we have to understand it's a give-take relationship. So we have here the Page of Wands is, for thou art my hope, O Lord God, thou art my trust from my youth. Why are these so difficult to understand and read? So you're growing up, and then you grow up into this page, or into this King of Cups, right? So this is like you're growing up, you know, you're figuring money out, you're figuring things out, you're kind of fucking in a fucking swampy fucking, you're in a middle of the water, right? The ship is, I don't know if the ship's coming or is the ship leaving. We don't know. Hopefully it's coming to help you. I do really like the Angel Tarot, King of Cups. I think it's honestly one of my favorite cards. It is the 69th card. And you can see here that there's like this woman and she's really clinging to him. Well, here it might kind of seem the opposite, right? Though I like the way they did that. They kind of flipped it around on him. And they made it so that this King of Cups wasn't just stranded in the water and his emotions and the lady's just out doing God knows what, God knows who. Instead, the angel comes and reconnects you to your divine feminine and kind of allows this masculine, logically, emotionally intelligent man, or it's a masculine energy, or the masculine element of water. So, but if the Lord is the portion of mine inheritance and of my cup, thou maintaineth my lot. So, this could be talking about inheritance. It did come out for the 8th house, which is really good, meaning that if you do have inheritance from your family and maybe there were some shitty things that happened at the beginning, right? Big, it wasn't necessarily shitty things or bad things. It was just big things, right? It was big lessons through all periods of your adolescent life. It was just big things. It was like there was monumental changes and things that just happened in your life. It's like when you're looking back at it, you're like, fuck, dude. Like, how did I even get here? Like, that's crazy. Like, the amount of transformation that you had to really go through. There was definitely some periods of time where you were a little bit immature, but you came out of it pretty strong, I would say. Like, you definitely came out of it doing the best you can, right? In an area where, like, maybe you were completely unable to hold your own. It's like you found some stability, right? It's like your divine help is on the way. That's coming out for your 8th house of the core values and the core lessons, right? Maybe there were some things in your childhood that you were supposed to have learned that maybe your parents didn't know to teach you, or that your parents just weren't necessarily raised that way themselves, but are really valuable techniques and things that you can learn about coping with people and coping with money and coping with nutrition even, that you're needing to learn now as opposed to that you weren't able to learn, right? And so that could be the divine help that's coming to you by way of knowledge, right? And we know that Taurus Mercuries are extremely intelligent, and it's the 5 of Pentacles card, and the Arcana talks about secrets, and that's what the secret is that the 5 of Pentacles is actually one of the best cards that you can get in the tarot. And same with the 5 of Cups, that's Mars and Scorpio. That's in its home sign. It's a very sexual person. That's somebody very connected to their sexuality. But Mercury in Taurus is an extremely intelligent individual. They're extremely intelligent, and they have the steadfast capacity to see things from a very logical and grounded perspective, and they have the patience to like see something through to the end. And that's what's really good about Mercury Taurus, is that they, that's one of the secrets, right? One of the secrets. So let's see. What do we have coming up for the 9th house? This is going to talk about you've got, in regards to Sagittarian energy, in regards to when all the bounds are taken off of you and you're in this last chapter of right? It's like we could look at this here as like the first 4 or the first 3 is freshman year, and then we have sophomore year, and then we have junior year. And then, so like this is the end of junior year, right? And so we're about to go into senior year. And you can see that the end of junior year was a little bit tough, right? You had a lot of burdens to carry. You had a lot of extra slack that you had to pick up. Here's this 4th page on the bottom of the deck here. And that's all 4 pages, right? So that's like, if we think about in regards to the tree of life, the pages are really the ones that rule Malkuth. They are the ones that rule the kingdom, the 10th Sephiroth, the most basic fundamental reality, right? Like not so much regards to the higher Sephiroth, right? The kings are in, I believe, the 6th, right? So they're in the sun, right? So this is kind of like the sun that this moon is reflecting. Here we have this King of Cups. King of Cups is good energy. It's not bad. The Page of Cups is cool. It's just kind of immature energy. Did I just get rid of that page? I don't know if I want to take it out or not. I might take it out. I might take it out, yeah. Right? When you start to materialize, right? When you start to maybe get some help, right? Because this can be other people's money. When you start to get like maybe an advisor or a mentor or a guide or somebody that can kind of help you direct all of this kind of like, this is potential, right? This right here is potential, but it's not necessarily concrete potential. It's emotional potential. It's logical potential. It's passion potential, right? You've got all these coming out, and you have them coming out in good placements as well, before all these major arcana. So that means they've all went through this really difficult thing. And then you get the mentor, then you get somebody that knows what the fuck they're doing, knows that somebody that can help ground you into reality, that can help you advise you in how to carry all of this weight, all of these burdens, through ways of possibly helping you financially, or through ways of possibly just helping you see things from a grounded, logical, 3D realistic perspective. Somebody that, you know, is able to help you regulate all of these emotions. And he might not be the best with the fire, and that's where the burdens could be coming into play, because he's not the most well equipped with fire, because he's water and air. So he's got these two really covered, and that's where the burden of the Page of Pentacles in the 3D reality is having to carry the fire burden of this Page of Wands that is in the section of the committed relationships, the contracts, the karmic contracts that you came into this life to deal with. Is this fire energy. You have to figure out how to carry the burden of your passions, right? How can you find a more realistic way to carry these sticks? Is it the best to carry it like this? Maybe if you, I don't know, it looks like he's wearing a belt there. Maybe you could take your shoelace off, tie your shoelace around the sticks, and carry them like this, right? If they're all over the place, there's a more efficient way that you could be doing this. And I feel like that's what this King of Cups here is helping you do, by way of other people's resources, right? He's going to give you the resources to buy the products and buy the things that you need to be more efficient, so that you can take this, right? We have all four elements here, which means that this is eligible to be emperor or empress status, right? Whether you're a masculine or a feminine, whichever way you want to go with it, you have all four elements, which means you have great potential. All of these major arcanas, this is amazing potential to become something phenomenal in this last section of your life, which is going to talk about your career, the top of the mountain, right? We're here at the top of the mountain. We've got the Moon card, the Temperance card, the Lovers card, the Death card. First house, second house, third house, fourth house. First house, Moon, anxiety. Second house, Temperance, balance, divine help. Somebody coming off their path to help you with the ways in which you've lacked. Third house, relationships, we've got the Lovers. Short distance travel, junk drawer, small knowledge. Okay, so you might know how to be, right? Then we have the Death card for the fourth house. This could talk about, you know, family members passing away. So there could very well be an inheritance energy coming through here. It might be something a little bit difficult to deal with in regards to emotional regulation. It might kind of drown you a little bit emotionally, but it will give you the means to set your life in the direction that you want it to go for this last section of your life, which is senior energy. So it's like, this is like the final path, right? Are you going to have what it takes? Are you going to have what it takes to make it through? Because the Devil is the card that rules Capricorn. Let's see. 10th house, please. King of Wands in reverse. With the King of Wands in reverse, that could tell me that, you know, you made it, you were able to come through as the King of Wands, but there is some funny stuff going on with the passions. There's some things that, you know, you might be a little bit jaded, you might be a little bit, and there's like an envious energy, or there's like something about maybe not being like, the King of Wands upright is like the man in charge, right? Is the man that speaks for the group, that's like the head honcho, right? But there, he's in reverse, so there could be something about like this King of Cups potentially still kind of having some rule or some dominion over the situation. It's like you're doing your best to transform into this you know, fiery person, but there is a little bit of something, some sort of attachment that you still have that you did not address that I feel like you're going to need to readdress in order to come out in your dignity, right? The Death card is what's clarifying the King of Wands. Maybe that's what's happening. It's the only card we've gotten reversed so far is this King of Wands, and it's going upright. We have the Death above it. So, I mean, that's transformation. That's complete and total transformation. You have to transform. It's all laid out here for you. The way has been paved for you. Now all you have to do is to actually fucking show up as the person. Oh my God. That's why it's reversed. Because you didn't. You transformed into the Emperor. That's what happened. You transformed into the Emperor. Okay, so that means that in regards to the energy that you've been working on becoming, I would say that you did it, right? You did it. It might have taken some time. It might have been trial and error. But I would say at the end of the day that you definitely did it, right? You stuck something out till the end. You saw something through. And that's like the 11th house talks about the way that you're perceived by the overall collective is the Emperor. That's the divine masculine. That's the cop. That's the tough cop, right? There's the good cop and the bad cop. This is the guy that will lay the iron down. This is the guy that will say, will tell you what it the fuck is, right? That's the guy that was not afraid, that rules with an iron scepter, right? He is the one in charge. And we have this moon card coming out. So in the first house, which could be reflective of the energy here, right? And it's in such dignity all the way through. And then it's weird because it's like, I feel like this moon is somehow reflecting this first house. We have the first house, 11th house, that's 111. Right? 111 could be significant. I believe that's my mother's birthday, actually. January 11th? Yeah, that's her birthday. Interesting. This could fit for her, for sure. How many kids did she have? Yeah, she had 3 kids. She had 4 kids, technically. But, yeah, that could fit for her, for sure. Interesting. The way that works. Anyways, let's see. What do we have for the 12th house? The 12th house is going to talk about your dreams, your fantasies, the things you want to make reality. Maybe the things you're too embarrassed or the things you're too ashamed to really say out loud, but you want to say out loud, but you don't say out loud. Baby, come through. Oh my God, this is terrible. Jupiter in Capricorn. So that would talk about Jupiter in Capricorn. So Jupiter is going to expand anything that it comes into contact with. So there could be like this deep down, like low-key desire to kind of like have this less evolved, right? The person that maybe the Emperor was before he was the Emperor, right? This more playful, this more kind of like sporadic, kind of crazy, free, fun-loving, kind of crazy person, right? Before they became the man, right? I feel like there's this low-key desire to have that person back because it was fun and it was risky and it wasn't so ordinary and mundane. And the High Priestess on the bottom. That was the reading. That was the all signs reading. So for Aries, we got the Moon. Taurus, we got Temperance. Gemini, we got the Lovers, which is probably the best card because Gemini rules the Lovers. And so that is definitely the strongest point in the reading. 4th house Cancer, we got Death. 5th house Leo, we got the Page of Swords. 6th house Virgo, we got the Page of Cups. 7th house Libra, we got the Page of Wands. 8th house Scorpio, this is another extremely strong card because this card rules the bridge in between Libra and Scorpio. We got the King of Cups, right? So that's your court card in dignity, meaning that you are, right, that's like present, right? Scorpio is present, right? The 8th house is present. We are on point with the Scorpio energy. For the 9th house or Sagittarius, you got the Saturn and Sagittarius 10 of Wands with the Page of Pentacles. And then for the 10th house of Capricorn, we got the King of Wands in reversed, going through this death process. And then for the 11th house of, oh my gosh, my face just twitched, of Aquarius, 11th house, we got the Emperor. And then for the Pisces, 12th house, we got the Two of Pentacles, which is an infinite juggling, right? Dancing, paying attention to your own ships, paying attention to what you have going on, paying attention to this death process that you're going through with this King of Wands reverse, right? There's something you got to check with him. The King of Wands reverse can get egotistical. There's an ego death that needs to happen. That's what's going on with the King of Wands. He'll be back momentarily. He's just going through an ego death real quick. Hold on. Be right back. So, that was the reading. We got 1 hour. That was 12. We're 13 cards, technically. Okay, for Sagittarius, we could say that Ophiuchus and Sagittarius, because we got that little hidden sign. We got this little extra card here for Ophiuchus. There's a Saturn and Sagittarius, Page of Pentacles. All right. So, you know, things are good here. Let's get some oracles. Things are moving in the right direction. I'll grab a couple oracle cards, and then I gotta go. And see, the way I like to read like this, and I'm going to do my best to read like this every time. Sometimes it can get a little hectic or chaotic. But when we read like this, it's really going to be very clear what is going to manifest, right, in regards to the future. Just because, you know, when we start to pull, like, say that I were to do this for every single sign, which is completely unnecessary, it just gets so messy. It gets really messy. And when it comes to materializing, it's like you don't even understand what's materializing anymore. And it's just not worth it for me to cater to you guys when I can do it like this and everybody can get something from it. And if not, then there's other videos to watch. So I really like the reading like this for now. Okay, so let's see. This is going to be about your career, money, finances type things. We have got damage. There might be a financial loss that you didn't see coming. You need to be prepared to have the contingency plan. This is not the time to take risks. I gotta plug my phone in. Right, it's not the time to take risk. It's not the time to go gambling with your life, with your future. These cards are magical. These cards, especially the Rider-Waite, right? It's got a lot of power in these cards. A lot of people have looked at these cards. A lot of people have materialized amazing, profound things with these cards. So just like I feel like trying to get back to respecting the cards, coming back to the basic meanings of the cards is so important. And I was just so guilty of that. I'm just disrespecting the cards, not paying attention to what the cards are actually fucking saying. Because the cards have meanings, the cards have secrets embedded in them that will unlock aspects of your life, that will tell you the answers of things that you didn't know that you needed to know. So give me another card, please, in regards to the purposeful career. What do we need to know that we don't know, that the tarot was unable to tell us? We have perspective. Your viewpoint about money is changing positively. It's time to see the bigger picture in growing your finances. Your values are affecting your decisions. Would you guys like me to show you the cards? I think I can do that so you guys can look at them yourself. Hang on. Don't make fun of the wall because there was a little divot in it. I'm working on it, all right? And there's a vacuum and there's dog toys. But I'll show you the cards so you can see them because I feel like it's important that you're able to take a look at them yourself, because you might be able to gain a perspective on them that I'm not able to necessarily, like, you can see it with your own eyes and make the decision for yourself. See if you can unlock anything with it yourself. That was just my perspective, right? You have your own life. Nobody knows a story better than a motherfucker that wasn't there. Right? So, it's a good energy, good reading. I think that's right. Can you see everything? Oh, it's telling me to switch the device back. Hang on. All right. Gotta get it right. Here we go. We're gonna try it like, maybe like this. Sorry, I gotta move that vacuum. Can you see it like that? I think that's good. All right. Oh, is that good or not? I can't see. Excuse the huge hole in the wall. I'm working on bedazzling the little cover thing. It's somewhere in the closet. I don't know what happened to it. We'll get there. So this is kind of what we had. Just so you can see it. Right? So this was the first house. Right here. Hold on. I'm going to come on the other side. So this was the first house, the second house, the third house, the fourth house, fifth house, sixth house, seventh house. Wait, first, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth. Okay, I gotta go on the other side because that's fucking me up. This is not my energy like that, so I need to keep it on the right side because I can literally feel the energy. Is that right? Okay, cool. So, let's see. Oh, we have adjustments. And then we have determination. Give you one more. We have, you need some adjustments to your spending. Your expectations are not met at this time. It's better to be prepared than sorry. Consistency is key to achieving your goals. Keep doing what works well for you. Don't quit when you're tired. Quit when you're done. I like that determination card a lot. And we've got shopping in reverse, bitch. Stop shopping. Don't go shopping. Like, you might want to shop, don't shop. I don't know why you're trying to, what are you shopping for? Don't make fun of my hands, okay? I've got scars on them. It says, if you're thinking about making money in retail or online selling, this is a good sign to try it. It's also an opportunity to take your business on the internet. That's in reverse, so maybe don't do that right now, right? If you've got, like, I made my own deck of tarot cards, but I don't necessarily want to share them with anyone, right? I just kind of keep them for myself. When I need my own personal reading, sometimes I'll pull them out and I'll do a few cards for people, but it's a really special deck to me. It took me a long time to make it. Buddha was there when I made it. I sat there and I made it 1 Mercury retrograde all the way to the end. Made it. So, don't overdo the spending. Keep it chill, keep it relaxed, keep it calm on the spending. So let's see, if you're dealing with a love interest, or if there's somebody in your mind that you're in love with, that you're feeling some sort of oogly googly moogly feelings for you, what is the truth of the situation? You haven't communicated with this person. You want to communicate with them, but you don't know what they'd say. This is what they would say, or this is what you would say to them. I pretend like I don't care, but it's quite the opposite. My feelings for you are a little bit obsessive. And that is in the Sagittarian and the Gemini axis, Ophiuchus Gemini axis, right? So we got to think, like, right here in regards to astrologically, we've got the demon star Algol that turns anything into stone, like literally right there. So this axis right here is going to have the demon star, Medusa's head, the Gorgon's head. So right here, if we're looking at the stars, right, if this was the sky, a map of the sky, right here would be the Gorgon's head, maybe right here. So you really want to be careful with that little portion of the sky, especially when you're like, bam. So, and we had the perspective card come out. Hold on, wait. We literally had the Gorgon's eye. This is the fucking Gorgon's eye came out right there. Remember? So that's Medusa's eye, and she's turning me into stone because she's looking at me. Why are you looking at me for? You're tripping. Not today. Somebody could think you're crazy. Any other messages from this person? Right, this person thinks about you a lot. This person just really wants to, like, get to know you. They like the knowledge you have. They just like communicating with you, right? This could be somebody that wants to be your friend, somebody that might want to travel to hang out with you, to see you, somebody that might even kind of like overextend themselves in regards to the things that they know or their higher knowledge, because they just see you as something really special, actually, kind of, now that I'm seeing that in that way. Or to just really pay attention to this axis, right? This Page of Pentacles could be somebody that really overextends themselves in order to connect with you, in order to want to be able to like rise up to like kind of meet you where you're at. Like there's this, we have the Lovers card above it, so like there's obviously a really strong connection here. And I feel like this Page of Pentacles definitely feels it as well. And they're willing to do what they can, right? And they have this divine help over here. And I feel like you could potentially even be receiving help from the divine in order to make this materialize if you are looking at it in regards to a love connection. Right? And I feel like this Sagittarius energy or this Page of Pentacles energy is really wanting to let you know like how special that you are to them, how special that, you know, like they see you as something very special, right? They hold you like something they would want to protect, right? They look at you, they look at the things that you've helped them materialize, and they cherish them, and they hold them very close and dear to their heart. They look at you as something very special, as something divinely orchestrated and put into their path for a purpose, right? Because there was some sort of death process that this Page of Pentacles, these cards came out, right? This Page of Pentacles is getting shot up here, and that's kind of like how it's coming down, right? We've got this T. And I feel like there might have been some fear and anxiety at first in regards to the way that you felt, or just like some uncertainty, some insecurities. And then there was this balancing. There was this, you looked a little deeper, you saw something a little deeper into this person, and you're like, oh shit. And it's almost like that person reflected back to you who you were, because the Lover's card is completely internal. The Lover's card is this is the feeling you get from above, and it's like the divine masculine and the divine feminine. It's going to be talking about two souls coming together even a little bit. And we've got all these pages out here, which is elementally balancing each other out. Very interesting. I was hiding my true feelings from you because I was scared of commitment and I didn't want to lose my freedom. We have telepathic communication. Bitch, get on the phone, buy a phone. I don't want to telepathically communicate. I don't got nothing to say telepathically, actually. Buy a phone. Get a phone. Go to the library. Get on a computer if you got to say something so bad. I got a comment section that is wide open. What you talking about? Telepathic communication. I'm good on the telepathic. I mean, sometimes it's cool, right? Whatever, but it's really just me communicating with myself, right? That's fantasy land right there. That's where the death is, right? Somebody trying to telepathically communicate to you, bitch, die. Right? I've got a comment section and it's wide open. So just communicate with me like a normal person. We don't got to do all that. I'm really not that mean of a person. You don't got to do that. You don't got to telepathically try and like send me like subliminal messages. It's like I'm pretty easy person to get along with. You don't got to do all that. Unless there's something that you are unable to communicate with me because it's like not like physically okay, or it's not just, or it's not right for you to communicate with me. And in that case, bitch, die. What is wrong with you? Don't put me in a situation like that. Crazy? Bye. I gotta go, guys. This is all I have, I think. I'll get one more. All right. I don't care what people think anymore. I've been given bad advice. I'm listening to my intuition, and I know you are the one. Okay? Like I said, I know you are the one. I was talking about how the first house was coming out as pure emperor energy. I said that at the beginning. And it's saying, I don't care what people are giving bad advice, fear of showing up as who you truly are as the emperor. Is you're coming out here as the way that people see you in the collective, the way that you're perceived in the collective as the emperor. But there's some sort of fear about just showing up as who the fuck you really are. And so people are trying to reflect back to you who you are. I know you are the one. This is the Emperor, which is Aries, the first sign of the zodiac. My dog's snoring. Hey, lady. How'd you get so cozy, dude? What is going on over there? Oh, how did you even get like that? She's she's so cute. Okay, I gotta go. I'll pull a couple of these cards here. All right. Anything we need to know in regards to the higher dimensions? The higher dimensions, we had Earth cards coming out. I would say that the most fantastical energy of this entire reading was very much so in your early years. I think you were more than likely a very imaginative child. I think you more than likely had a very wide imagination. You were really able to see things and connect with, you know, energies and angels and You know, you were able to see the divine helpers materialize in your life. You were able to connect that and understand when that was happening. And I feel like that was because you lived a childhood where you were very connected to your imagination, where you felt like you could see things and you had a strong intuition, and, you know, maybe you could even, right? You know that that the universe works in divine and mysterious and miraculous ways. So from that sort of realm, can I get a message from... Yeah, we have star being healing codes, important information, wounds are healed and recharging. We have Shambhala initiations, retreating to recharge, trusting the process, and Dharma. And then we have let your fears dissolve. And then we also have last quarter moon in Taurus, be proud of yourself. So we have this Taurus Cancer energy, which is like the two best places for the moon. So we think moon is exalted, meaning that it's in its best possible place in Taurus, but it's also at home, which the moon loves to be at home in Cancer. So we have a full moon and a last quarter moon in Taurus. So this is really strong, you know, moon energy coming out. And I feel like you've done a lot of really, really phenomenal work on yourself. And I feel like if you were able to talk to the person you were coming into this situation, or the person you were like a few years ago or even a year ago, that just the person you are today would be so proud of you. And just to know that you're really coming a really long, like you've came such a far ways in regards to standing up for yourself and being there for people when you didn't need to be there for people, and helping people carry, you know, burdens that weren't yours to carry, right? You're very much so appreciated, and you are loved. So there's no need to be fearful. Be proud of yourself because you have came a long ways, and God sees the progress that you are making. And don't be afraid to stepping into your power in regards to like ruling or being like the next of kin to like be in charge of the family, right? I feel like you're going to be passed the baton, and you're going to have to figure out how to work that. It might be kind of difficult, but you got it. Last quarter moon in Pisces, talk less and feel more. I gotta go. Just getting way too mushy gushy for me. I almost shed a tear, but I didn't. Know you are loved. Okay, we got the king, bitch. Okay, say that then. We got the king, sovereign of realms, monarch, authority, rule, and inheritance. Like I said, inheritance is coming out strongly. We have the researcher, explorer of truth, exploration, study, rigor, and experiment, right? I think you've definitely put yourself through some experiments, right? Trying different things out to try and get to this place where you are self-actualized, where you feel like you can control yourself and contain yourself on a daily basis, right? You've done the work, right? You've sat there you've sat there, you've watched the self-help videos, you've watched the videos about how to make yourself the best person that you can, and now all that's left to do is to be that person. Could have even done some spying with that Page of Swords coming out, right? Seeker of secrets, intelligence agents, covert, espionage, undercover. And we got the painter. You like to paint too. There's a painter here. We got a researcher, a king, and a spy. Where is the ladies at? And we got a motherfucking clown. Oh, shit. Not only are you an emperor, but you're funny too. The clown, wait, what does the clown say? He says the clown always comes back to bite. Wait, what does that thing say? Tyler says the clown always, wait, it's so stupid, dude. It's like, wait, what? The clown always comes back to bite. Wait, what? That doesn't even make any sense, dude. That doesn't even make any sense at all, dude. Wait, what? Sorry, I don't know where that came from. The clown card came out. Anyways, what does he say? The clown, I don't remember, dude. I don't remember. Don't make me say it again, because I actually don't want to. The clown always comes back to bite. Wait, what? Doesn't even make me, this is so random. All right, we've got, believe that there is a shit ton of goodness coming your way for the spy. We have don't be available for shit that doesn't serve you with the researcher. The king, we have you are freaking badass legend, make today your bitch. We have rest is not a reward. You deserve a damn break. And the clown. All right. We pulled up, this was when angry, count to 4. When very angry, swear. This was one of the cards we did in one of the pick piles today for pile 1, which was an interesting reading. I wasn't the most happy with that reading. This reading was definitely better. It was more so my style, right? It was the first time I ever did a pick-a-pile. I don't think I was really too fond of it. It wasn't my style. This is my style. I do the 12-card spread because it makes sense to me. It gives me the answers I need. All right. Let's see. So for this spy, what's the energy emitting or materializing currently for this spigot is bad? Learning. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. Sometimes you got to learn through spying. Sometimes you need to go undercover to get the information you need, and I can respect that. For the researcher, which is a little bit more dignified than the spy, we have play. Having fun. I feel like this is kind of fast backwards a little bit with that. What's going on with this king energy? We have letting go, releasing that load, taking a load off. The painter, what's going on with this painter? We have creation, creating things, making your desired reality become, well, reality. And what about this clown? If you say power, I'm going to scream. We have interference. Okay. If power came out, dude, I was going to scream. I was going to close the camera off right then, and I'd have had to have gone. But it didn't say that, so that's good. I think that's all the messages I got. I'm tapped out in messages. There's too many cards. It's getting messy. It looked a lot better with the 12 cards out. It was just less messy. This is just the junky extra messiness of life. Bullshit messiness. Just sloppy toppy. I gotta go, okay? I'm starting to get fucking weird, dude. Too many cards. Just too many cards. Alright? You have a fucking dumpster pile of fucking cards over here. Can't even read the original cards that were coming out. What is wrong with you? You can't even read the original cards that were coming out. These are not clarifiers. This is just garbage. Trash. But that was a good reading. So, don't forget to hit the like button, please, guys, because, you know, I did just put an hour and 20 minutes of my life into this message for everyone. And I gotta go. Do something better with my life than this. Shoot. You know, I could be online doing my own. It doesn't matter. Just you did what you did. You did what you did because it was the right thing to do. That's what I have. Talk for now. Hit the like button. Don't just watch me. Hit the like button. Stupid.